We got two of the best college basketball teams in the nation on TNT tonight. Zuby Ejiofor, Big East preseason player of the year, and the Red Storm. And they are out there at Carnesecca. Forget MSG. We're going to those Red Storm roots. Bryce Hopkins, transfer from Providence. He was preseason All Big East. They're taking on the Bison of Bucknell. St. John's built their team through the transfer portal. And then a little bit later, we have Houston in action, a top 2 team in the country. And they did it through recruiting. Two of the best coaches to ever step foot on the hardwood. And it's all coming up right now on TNT. Welcome inside the incredible Studio B here in Atlanta, Georgia. We're back. We're better than ever, and we feel great. I got Jalen Rose. I got Jamal Mashburn. I got Bruce Pearl, Adam Lefkoe here. This is TNT Sports College Basketball pregame presented by Vanda Pharmaceuticals. We're going to start off with Bucknell St. John. We will get to Ryder Houston, two coaches with like 800 wins each. And we get to see early in the season how they prepare and how they execute. We were talking before the show. We had Connecticut, Arizona last night. Every night it seems we're getting great college basketball, and it seems like it's better than ever, Coach.
You know, the way the system has been set up, it's all about quad 1 wins and quad 1 opponents. What the NCAA tournament committee is looking at, who you're playing and how do you do. So back in the day, you used to play a bunch of bye games, beef up your schedule, and then play in conference. Not anymore. These best teams are all matching up against one another, building their resumes, getting exposed. Tonight, a little different in the sense that we got 40 minutes of two teams that are going to be playing inferior opponents. They're working on themselves tonight.
Do you believe it's better than it's ever been?
Or it's back to what it used to be.
Okay, interesting.
When upperclassmen stayed 2, 3, 4 years. And I understand where Coach Pitino's coming from, his enthusiasm about the game, and NIL has infused so many great freshmen.
Yes.
But it just made me think of when I was in college. You were there.
Correct.
Shaquille O'Neal was in college. When the Fab Five was in college. When we went to Indiana, they had Calbert Chaney, Minnesota, Voshon Leonard, Ohio State, Jimmy Jackson. Purdue had Big Dog.
It does feel like we're kind of getting back to that.
Correct. When players were notable, and who did we lose to? Duke, who had Grant Hill, Christian Laettner, and Bobby Hurley. So it's getting back to what it used to be when players were more recognizable and productive in college before they actually took the leap to the league.
I think you got a lot. I think it's a hybrid right now. I think what Jalen mentioned about their staple of guys that you want to tune in and see.
Yes.
I think when I was at Kentucky, people wanted to tune in and see Rick Pitino and myself, LSU, Shaquille O'Neal. That was kind of the draw. And I think these new incoming freshmen have really identified something that the public wants to see, and that star talent at a high level at major institutions.
It's awesome. It's great for us, the fans. I know Coach Pitino came out last year and said, I'm done recruiting. I'm now going to recruit the portal. And we saw that in the offseason for St. John's. Went out there and dominated the portal. Going out there and look at the names they're bringing in. Bryce Hopkins, Ian Jackson. What we also have noticed, though, this was the #1 transfer portal class in the nation. We really don't know who he's starting yet. Because he's changed it all 3 games so far. He's told his team, I'm not going by reputation. You all are new to me. I don't care what you did in high school, at your old school. I want to see what you did in practice. I think that's something we can all agree with. And he went, and our own Jared Greenberg asked, who's starting tonight? And as you can imagine, Pitino didn't give him a straight answer.
All right, Lefkoe, it seems like we're the St. John's network here at TNT. We've been with you now back-to-back games, but the one constant here is the change. 4th game, 4th different starting lineup. What has gone into you experimenting with these different looks?
Well, I guess more than anything else, it's what I think of starting. I think it's totally irrelevant. You'll know who I think the 5 best players are in the last 5 minutes of the game, not starting the game.
You know, you've had a really big game to open the season against Alabama. We'll be with you out in Las Vegas for a monster tournament. How do you get this group together to gel and not overlook a game like Bucknell tonight and turn it into a trap game?
Well, that's not going to happen. But certainly Bucknell's capable of playing well. College basketball, everybody's knocking it. I happen to think the opposite. I think college basketball right now is at an all-time high. It's zenith because the talent is the best I've seen. I've never turned on games this early in the season like Alabama, Illinois, Connecticut last night against Arizona, Gonzaga. Because of the influx of foreign players now not going to professional basketball and now going to college basketball is at an all-time high as far as talent and execution. Incredible basketball right now.
A guy who's been playing incredible for you. And speaking of the value of starting, he hasn't started. You had a surprise decision the other day naming Dylan Mitchell a captain. What type of impact, and for those who have not seen St. John's play yet on TNT, as they will tonight, what type of impact has Dylan Mitchell made?
I think he can win the National Sixth Man of the Year award. 6'8", lightning quick, jumps great, terrific defender, very good passer, incredible attitude, improved jump shot. I love him.
Coach, we thank you so much for your time. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
Lefkoe, back to you in Atlanta.
Thank you, Jared Greenberg. I want to talk about another Dylan, Coach, and we can talk about Coach Pitino after that. But Dylan Darling got his first start. This guy was Big Sky Conference Player of the Year. When you have all this new players coming to the team, I feel like he might be an interesting piece for St. John's if they want to make another run this season, the Big Ten.
I think the big weakness that St. John's might have is at point guard. I mean, they lost Smith and Richmond from last year's team, okay, and their best scorer. So the guard play is all brand new. They didn't play against Alabama without Darling. And Darling is the guy that's flat out setting the table. Here's an example of a double team that's going to be on the baseline. Is 2 guys on the ball. That means there are 4 offensive players and 3 defensive players. Watch Darling with his eyes go ahead and look like he's going to skip past that ball over there to Sellers. Instead, Bryce Hopkins dives, put pressure on the rim, and an easy play. That's a simple play, but those are the kind of plays that point guards need to make. Fast break transition, put your 2 best shooters as flat on the baseline as you possibly can. The big has not gotten the rim yet. Darling goes downhill. He's left-handed. He's able to finish through contact. Now, stop it right there. Stop it right there. Right now, St. John should all be jumping to the ball. They should all be in the gap. The only guy that's in the gap right there, it's Dylan Darling. He goes ahead and strips and makes a play, leading them in assists, leading them in steals. If St. John's is going to be the team that we think they can be and get to the Final Four, it's going to be whether outside shooting improves and whether or not Darling, who played 31 minutes in the last game against William Mary, whether or not he can carry the load, and then who's going to be his backup.
In his 31 minutes, they were a plus 30. Also, I watched that and I went, Travis Ford, Billy Donovan. That was like a Pitino point guard right there.
You know, the interesting thing about Travis Ford, when he came to Kentucky, he transferred from Missouri, and he had to sit out a year. He had to get acclimated to what Pitino actually wanted from his point guard. It wasn't necessarily just scoring or making plays, but he had to get in physical condition so he can press up on guys. And to Coach's point, a lot of people are not talking about how much St. John's lost last year. They lost the Big East Player in the Year in R.J. Lewis. They also lost, I thought was a key contributor, Kadari Richmond.
4 out of 5 starters are gone.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything on the offensive end for them. But go back to that comment that Coach Pitino made about the starters.
And naming a captain coming off the bench.
I ain't buying that.
Nav's going to be the 6th man of the year.
Imagine Jalen Rose and the Fab Five going to Michigan and the pitcher going, hey, we're going to bring y'all all off the bench. Your 5 best players start the game, and you hopefully finish the game.
How much of it is Pitino trying to send messages to certain guys at this point of the season? You don't want guys to be too high, get them too low. I feel like is he tinkering right now? Is this schematic or is this motivational?
I think it's motivational and competitiveness. That's Pitino's DNA, is competition. In practice, it's always competitive. You got wins and losses and different things like that. So what he likes is having guys fight out their spots and their minutes to carve out their time.
Well, Coach Pitino took a little criticism last year because his best player was on the bench at the end of the game during the last 5 minutes, to your point. But I want to ask both of you guys, because as you broke down Darling, the thing that stood out to me is he's great defensive. And you're like this, Coach, and you play for Coach Pitino. Everybody talks about the three-point shooting in the offense, but there are certain coaches that want you to compete defensively first, second, and third.
Yes.
And then they'll give you minutes. So I would love for you to tell us the balance of somebody like playing for Pitino, like when you're good enough offensively, or a star player where defense isn't your number one attribute. And the same for you, Coach, because I know y'all ran 55-10 forever, pressing and running and jumping teams.
So the biggest thing I see for Coach Pitino is he has the ability to camouflage certain lack of athleticism through conditioning. That's why he presses a whole lot, speeds the game up and different things like that. Deflections are a big part of his scheme. And on the offensive end, he kind of just lets you go. His only mandate is don't step on that three-point line when you shoot. We're not taking long twos. If you're going to take the three, take the three. But defensively is where his calling cards, because he has to speed the game up quite a bit because he doesn't have the athleticism all the time on his court.
You know what my job as a coach is? My job is to make sure that my team plays harder than your team. That's my job.
Yeah.
And Coach Pitino's teams, Coach Izzo's teams,
Yes.
they play harder than the opponent. And especially when you've got as much talent, you got to be very objective. You don't want to make your mind up ahead of time. You want to let the players earn their roles. They earn them in practice. They earn them with going to class. They earn them with what they're doing in the community. They work them with their grade point average, and they earn with their performance. And then you sort of evaluate them. That's the best way to treat guys fairly. And if you do that, the kids will trust you. But if you got a preconceived notion, and if you recruit and say, hey, this guy's starting, this guy's going to be the sixth man ahead of time, they're not going to play for you.
I think in this day of this NIL, it's becoming a little bit more of the pro game. And what I mean by that is everybody in the locker room knows what you make.
Yes.
And you have to live up to that particular standard.
We're talking right now about defense and energy. And I don't know if the Houston Cougars, if there's a team that does it better than them in Kelvin Sampson. And if you look at the history of what happened, 5 Slamma Jamma, one of the greatest runs of any college basketball program ever. 3 consecutive Final Fours from 82 to 84. And then what happened for the next 30 seasons? An absolute disappearing act. What happened to Houston basketball? And then for the last dozen years, what Kelvin Sampson has done has been absolutely incredible. No program has appeared, and I know Houston fans, I apologize, in more Final Fours without winning a championship. Is this the year? And in the end of this game on Sunday against Auburn, another top program, Houston was able to make the plays that they needed, especially defensively, getting major blocks at critical moments to seal this game off. And, Coach, I know you were there. I know you took it in. You got to watch. What was it like watching Houston up close?
Well, they're a good team. They're a different team. There I am. I'm asking officials. You're going to call it down at this end, but you're not going to call it down at this end. And in case you didn't hear me and don't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, let me get a little closer to you.
Is it hard not to be heard anymore? Because normally they'd look at you. Now you're yelling and no one can hear you.
They hear. They hear.
I think our fans, I think the officials would be disappointed if they didn't see me getting up and yelling, even as a dad.
Yes.
Or as a
Beyond the refs,
coach.
though, what did you take about Houston in that game?
Houston's really good, but when 2 freshmen lead you in scoring, it's a little bit of a concern. That's not typical Kelvin Sampson. He's usually older guys, tougher guys. They're not as good as they have been defensively. I'm not exactly sure what their depth is going to be, and they don't look like, they're really good. I mean, they're going to be a factor. I've got them as a Final Four team. But how about this? Stephen Pearl, in his 4th game as a head coach, has a chance, 3 possessions at the end, to beat the number 1 team in the country and a Hall of Fame coach. I mean, Steven's disappointed because he feels like a missed opportunity, but it says a lot about how much better this Auburn team has gotten since the beginning of the season, which coaching staff, to give Houston a run.
I'm excited to watch Kingston Flemings a little bit later.
The real deal.
When I see that he's the first Big 12 freshman with that point and assist combo since Trae Young at Oklahoma, the fact that they get this kid, Chris Sanak, 6'11" center. The fact that Kelvin Sampson's just recruiting centers. I mean, they just got a 7-footer from West Africa to come in. It's just interesting. You see Pitino doing it through the transfer portal and then wow.
He's an athlete. He was ready to play college basketball, but when you're playing for a coach like Kelvin Sampson, you have to do the little things on the defensive end to get on the floor.
Right.
And that's where most typical freshmen struggle because they can't do it for a consistent long period of time. But this kid plays the right way, electrifying athlete, point guard, can make plays, can shoot it. He has a tremendous ceiling, in my opinion.
And that's the same conversation we were just having. In order to play for Kelvin Sampson, you got to compete defensively.
Correct.
Yes.
And you got to want to be coached.
Right.
You got to want to be pushed and called out.
Right.
And held accountable.
Because you know what I learned in life? Sometimes your critics are right. The
good ones, for sure.
Yes.
Well, we're going to learn about them all today. We get a glimpse at St. John's, then we get a glimpse at Houston, and we know Ejiofor. Coming in already this season in 3 games, 55 points, 21 rebounds, 10 assists. A little bit of everything. We'll see if the Bucks now can handle it. Coming up on TNT.